Soups in Asian cuisine are a whole different universe compared to their European cousins. In much of Asia, light broths are not some occasional appetizer or something you eat when you've got the flu. They're daily staples, woven into the rhythm of breakfast, lunch, and dinner. These soups are delicate, hydrating, and often made with a handful of herbs, mushrooms, seafood, or a few slices of meat, gently simmered into something that feels both comforting and medicinal. In Europe, soups are often hearty affairs: creamy chowders, potato soups, bisques, delicious, yes, but also the kind of thing that sits in your stomach like a brick. While Asian soups say, "Hello gut, let's make your day easier," European soups sometimes whisper, "Hope you weren't planning on moving off the couch anytime soon." The beauty of Asian broths lies in their simplicity. A miso soup with tofu and seaweed, a clear broth with shiitake mushrooms, or a Vietnamese pho with fragrant herbs, these are meals designed to aid digestion, hydrate the body, and deliver nutrients in a gentle, accessible way. The broth itself is often infused with minerals from bones, fish, or vegetables, turning every sip into a warm, soothing health tonic. Compare that with a European cream-based soup, where each spoonful delivers as much dairy fat as it does comfort. It fills you up, but maybe a little too much. Your arteries might be less enthusiastic than your taste buds. Another advantage is portion and frequency. In Asia, soups are often served in small bowls alongside rice and vegetables, making them a constant companion to meals. They're not supposed to overwhelm. They're there to balance and support digestion. A hot, clear soup helps the stomach process other foods more easily, keeping everything light and harmonious. In Europe, soups often show up as entire meals: giant bowls of creamy mushroom soup, or French onion soup covered in a gooey cheese lid, which might be comforting but is hardly what your digestive system would call light assistance. Then there's the hydration factor. Many parts of Asia are hot and humid, and sipping warm broth keeps people hydrated and balanced in ways that ice sodas never could. Soups become a natural hydration system, sneaking in electrolytes and minerals without sugar or artificial additives. In Europe, hydration is more likely to come from beer, wine, or endless espressos, none of which exactly help your kidneys throw a party. And let's talk about herbs. Asian soups are like mini pharmacies disguised as comfort food. Ginger to calm the stomach, ginseng to boost energy, goji berries for antioxidants, cilantro to detoxify, seaweed for iodine. It's not just about flavor. It's about giving the body a daily boost. European soups, meanwhile, lean more toward butter, cream, and maybe a bay leaf for good measure. Not quite the same medical portfolio. It's also funny how cultural expectations shape perception. In Asia, a clear broth with a few vegetables is considered a complete and thoughtful part of a meal. In Europe, that same bowl might be dismissed as too thin or just water with stuff in it. But in reality, that thin broth is delivering hydration, electrolytes, and nutrients in a form that's easy to absorb. Heavy cream soups, on the other hand, taste indulgent but can leave people bloated, thirsty, and wondering why they need a nap right after lunch. What's ironic is that in the West, bone broth has become a trendy health fad, sold in fancy jars for absurd prices, while in Asia, grandmothers have been simmering bones and herbs for centuries, ladling it into daily meals without ever thinking of it as luxury. In Europe, you might pay $10 for a small cup of detox bone broth in a hip cafe. In Asia, it just comes with your noodles for free, no fuss, no Instagram hashtags required. So the contrast is clear. Asian soups and broths are light, medicinal, hydrating, and digestively friendly, while European soups tend to lean toward comfort and indulgence, often at the expense of a gut. One keeps you energized and balanced throughout the day. The other makes you want to loosen your pants and take a nap. At the end of the day, Asian soups win not just as food, but as a lifestyle, quietly supporting health one spoonful at a time, while still being delicious. And that's the real magic. Something so light and simple manages to be the backbone of a diet, while Europe's creamy creations remain delicious, but guilty pleasures.